Good morning to all my friends and family, and welcome to this episode of Jim's 5am Club. It's Saturday, and as you can see, it's another spectacular Sydney winter's day. What I'd love to do today on my little break here from work is to share another book with you, something that I do throughout the day. It's something that I love doing, and it's something that I've been doing for the past 5 years. And on today's little journey, the book that I want to talk about is entitled The Art of Loving. This book was published quite a while ago, back in 1956, 4 years before I was born. So I can't wait to talk to you and share some of the timeless lessons that we're able to pick out and hopefully incorporate into our inventory of skills, knowledge, and wisdom. This book was authored by a person who goes by the name, or should I say maybe went by the name, of Erich Fromm. This is a classic work that delves into the complexities of love as an art form requiring understanding, effort, and practice. Published in 1956, this book combines psychological, sociological, and philosophical perspectives to explore the essence of love and its importance to human existence. Fromm challenges conventional notions of love, offering his insights into how individuals can cultivate deeper and more meaningful connections. Let's see what we can take and what we can hopefully use and leverage in our own personal lives. So the first message to come from this book is where we examine love and the different nuances that come from it. So the first message that this book harps on and talks about is that love is a skill. The author Fromm emphasizes that love is not merely a feeling, but a skill, an important life skill that requires dedication, practice, perfection, and knowledge. The author also wisely talks about the different types of love in the world today, especially in this woke world. We hear of love is love. But this author, just like the ancient Greeks, talks about different types of love, and that love isn't just love. Lust is not love. There are different types. And this book categorizes, just like the ancient Greeks categorized love as well, into its different forms. The author here reminds us that there are types of love such as brotherly love. There is parental love. There is erotic, lustful love. There is self-love, and there's also the love of God, showing that love has indeed a multi-dimensional nature. So let's look at some of these different aspects of love to try and gain a better understanding, a better perspective, so that we can approach it, we can use it, we can understand it in a much better way, a way that can hopefully help us be better at loving and being more lovable. So the author here reminds us that self-love is the foundation. The author Fromm argues that true self-love is absolutely essential for loving others, countering the belief that it equates to selfishness. Because at the end of the day, unless you experience love, unless you understand love, unless you practice loving yourself first, then your cup is never going to be full enough. You're going to be empty of love, and you're not going to be able to allow your cup of love to overfilleth so that you can share it with others, is the key message. The next point to come from this book is where the author talks about a thing called active participation. And love, according to this author, is portrayed as an active process involving care, involving responsibility, involving respect, and involving the necessary knowledge and understanding, rather than seeing it as a passive emotional state. Love is an action. It's a doing word. You can't just passively consider love without missing out on the whole importance and exercise of love. The next thing that the author talks about is the cultural critique. And the author, back in 1956, critiques the modern society's commodification of love, highlighting, even back then, the consumerism and the impact of how consumerism has undermined the genuine and nuanced connections required to express and feel fulfilled in a loving relationship. When it's all said and done, the author here reminds us that love and freedom coexist, because Fromm links love to the concept of ultimate freedom, and he suggests that love involves mutual growth and development and support without the need for dependency and or control. So as you can see, something doesn't have to be modern and new to be relevant in our lives. This book from 1956 shows timeless relevance the book's insights remain applicable across generations and just as relevant today as what they were 69 years ago, offering guidance on how one can productively cultivate and curate fulfilling and meaningful relationships, and understanding love as being a transformative force. Fromm's thought-provoking work serves as a powerful guide to building authentic relationships, emphasizing love as the absolute cornerstone of both personal and collective well-being. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Jim's 5am Club on this most beautiful, most perfect Sydney winter's day, and I look forward to chatting to you again and spending more time with you, taking journeys where we can tap into OPE, other people's experiences and other people's deep thinking, even if that deep thinking and experience is older than what we are. Take care, wishing you all the best, and bye for now.